Today's topic is morphology of Balanoglossus. So basically, the Balanoglossus belongs to the hemichordata. They are grouped under hemichordata because they show the affinities towards the chordates, weather chordates. So hemichordates are a small group of marine solitary colonial worms which have the enterocoelous kind of ancylome animals they are, most of which lives in the burrows or the tubes. And body is soft, fragile, and divisible into three parts, that is proboscis, collar, and the trunk. There is no tail, absence of tail is seen. Nervous system is of network type. The network of nerve cells and fibers are seen on the surface of the body, embedded in the epidermis. Development is direct in some animals, but indirect in Balanoglossus that we are going to study today. Okay, which includes the Tornaria larva. So this is the Balanoglossus that you see in the picture, uh, which is a worm-like structure which is seen, which has the proboscis, collar, then branchial region it has, and the genital region, hepatic region. This is all the trunk. Okay, completely this is the trunk ends in the anus. See, actually the how the worm look like naturally when you see, when you dig the sand. Habitat is sand, that burrowing I told you, no. If you dig a sand, you can come to know, see the worm is like this. It is burrowed inside in the form of a U-shaped tunnel. Okay, I'll show you the other picture also for regarding the Balanoglossus. So the Balanoglossus is basically classified into the phylum Chordata, subphylum Hemichordata, class Entero Prunista, and you have a family called as a Trichodriata, Drate, and genus is Balanoglossus. So external morphology is with that we are going to study today. Okay, so the body of Balanoglossus is soft and elongated, cylindrical, being richly ciliated all over the body, and covers the mucus. The mucus is covered throughout the body, which also gives the luminescent effect when the body is when the organism is seen. When you see the organism, it gives that luminescence effect because of the mucus only. And it also has the reddish reddish tints here and there present, and several of other species have the other luminescent due to the mucus that what I discussed right now. And the length of the worm is about 2 to 2.5 meters in its length. They are quite bigger. The body is bilaterally symmetrical and divided into three regions, as I've discussed earlier, that is proboscis, collar, and the trunk. Now, see, the proboscis is seen here in the diagram. Collar is there, mouth is present. See, if I have to show you where exactly the mouth, this diagram is very very apt to show you that. So I have shown you this diagram. Proboscis forms the anterior part of the body, is either rounded or the conical in shape. It is continued posteriorly into a short narrow neck, or the proboscis. Its cavity opens into outside by a means of small opening called as proboscis pore, but that do not communicate with any coelom as such, but terminates blindly. The proboscis sits on the collar of the, see here, it sits on the collar of the animal, somewhat like a corn cup, a corn in its cup, hence the name a corn worm. Mouth always wide open. See, this is always wide open because it cannot be closed. This is a part of the collar there. So there is no lip as such. So the part of the collar is only contributing it as a lip there. If you take a section of this, see, if you can see the food, whatever is there, it can go inside like this. See, the other side it is not there. Only one side there is an opening which is showing you the mouth region there. Then that lies in the ventral region. In this you can't see, okay, this is because this is the dorsal view, which is ventral view, which I'm showing you here is it consists of the mouth. Collar. Collar lies posterior to the proboscis, because that is behind. After the proboscis, you can see the collar, and anterior to the trunk region. The trunk is here, so above the trunk region, you can see the collar. See, if you can see in this picture very clearly, you can see the trunk region, or it's above the trunk and below the proboscis. So, see, if I have to show you, it is a short cylindrical structure which is being seen here. See, if you have taken a longitudinal section of the Balanoglossus, you can actually see how the collar actually looks inside. So, the funnel-like anterior part of the collar, the correlate embarrasses the proboscis stalk, and the posterior column, is sharply dramatically forms the trunk. Okay, so which demarcated portion it is actually, okay, which demarcates from the anterior region from the posterior region. So this is the picture which we can see in the middle, okay, the middle region, which is constituting the separation between the anterior region and the posterior region of the animal. So the collar is also muscular in nature and possesses the two coelom cavities. This is the coelom cavities which you can see here. See here, use then the labeling which you can see here. This part is the coelom part, or the muscular ring of the collar, and it is yes. See here, all the parts. We'll go on with the every parts here a little later. Okay, but before that, we'll complete off our few points on the collar here. See, yes, this I'll tell you what that is. See here, the Balanoglossus pushes the tip of the proboscis into the sand, moving it around by the muscular contractions. That's what the muscular layer which I showed you, which until a shallow region comes, completely it is going to penetrate inside the sand. Cylindrical hole is made, and well-filled collar, then gives a point of resistance. It is going to fit tightly like a cork of the glass bottle, okay, which further helps in routing the movements of the refilled proboscis, which loosens the sand and slowly slows it into the scoop shovel of the mouth region. Then both the proboscis and the collar relax, and the latter swams deeper into the hole before tightening its hold again. So slightly it will become tighten, and then again it will contract, and then again it will move inside. So thereby the movement of the worm takes place. Once the collar gets a firm grip, the animal makes the rapid progress, and then soon it is buries itself inside the sand. Okay, here is the proboscis coelom, and here is the glomerulus. The cardiac sac is there, heart is present. Then buccal diverticulum is seen, nerve fan is there, proboscis pore is there that I have discussed you a little later, little before, and you can see collar coelom which is present here. Then collar trunk septum is there, visceral nerve is there, and the ventral nutritive pharynx is there, gill pouch, gill pore, you have a dorsal blood vessels and the nerve cord. So all these things are present in the longitudinal section. If you can see, all these structures are seen here. Then trunk. What does the trunk consist of? The trunk consists of the three major regions actually. Okay, the anterior branchial genital region, middle hepatic region, and a posterior abdomen, or the post hepatic region. Okay, the trunk is elongated posterior part of the body, because that is the longest portion of the body which you actually seen. And it is the it is the somewhat like a flat and annulated on the surface. It has a mid dorsal and the mid ventral longitudinal ridge which is there, which is seen in case of the posterior part of the trunk which we have seen. See, if you can see the picture very clearly, you can see how the trunk look like. See here, the branchial region, branchiogenital region, which consists of all the genital region. Hepatic region is nothing but the region of the function of liver is going to happen here. That is the hepatic region, the complete region till here, and then it elongates and ends up with the anus. Now, what is this picture which I was telling you in between is, see, if the animal is burrowed inside the sand, which is shown here in the first picture. See, if it is burrowed inside, and it will form a U-shaped tunnel. See, once the entry has happened, there at the end it is going to live its castings. See, on the ground, if you see, it looks like this. The casting of the worm is seen on top, and then the worm will enter inside and then forms a tunnel, which outside also, beside this there should be any near to this there should be any other small hole through which it can come outside. Okay, that's how the castings look like, so that you can identify that worm is present in that particular region of the sand. So here ends up the morphology of the Balanoglossus. That is the we talked about the proboscis, we talked about the collar, and we talked about the trunk region of the organism. So next we will be in the next video we'll be talking about the coelomassage, because in your syllabus you have a particular subtopic which you have to study on the morphology that we studied today, and you will have to be reading with the studying with the coelom also. How does the enterocoelous coelom is formed in case of the Balanoglossus? Okay, see you soon in the next video. Thank you.